Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam Kwak, one of the Kwak Brothers, and this is something that I'm doing that's a little bit different than our normal and ordinary video. I'm bringing back the 21 Days of Detox Challenge in a more organic fashion, meaning I'm not even using our super awesome HD camera. This is just going to be off my phone where you and I get to have a little dialogue and a conversation to kind of wrap up the day. It's Sunday, wrapping up the weekend, and I had a very interesting weekend. So I want to start with a little bit of thought sharing, and this is an opportunity where I get to be a little bit vulnerable, a little bit more personal, sharing my thoughts with you guys around a topic. And the whole reason why I decided to start this series is I had a mentor that once told me, Sam, before you go to bed knowing that you're a little bit wiser each day. And I'm going to connect that point to something that I have learned over time in becoming a real estate investor and an entrepreneur is that when you want to get more of something, if you want to have more of something, you have to give it away, right? It's one of the things that I've learned is if you want to be wealthy in something, you have to be willing to give it away freely. This thought and philosophy is supported by a book called The Go Giver, phenomenal book. You guys should definitely check it out. But if you want more of something, if you want more of time, if you want more of money, if you want more relationship, you have to be willing to give those away. So for me, I want more wisdom. I want more knowledge. And I ultimately believe that knowledge and wisdom translates over to having more relationship, having more money, and having more time. So part of that experience, part of that doing and being is that I need to give away wisdom. I need to give away knowledge that I have. And I'm just gonna flat out and say I'm not the wisest person in the world, but the little wisdom and the little knowledge that I have to give away to you guys, I know ultimately is going to translate into to me getting more wisdom and knowledge at the end of the day. But part of that giving comes from not expecting anything in return. So today's topic that I wanted to go with, and I'm going to do this probably every day, as many days as possible. I don't think I'll ever end doing YouTube videos, but today is going to be more about information keto, and I'll share something that's vulnerable, me being vulnerable with you guys. I've been doing what's called a Thanksgiving journal. And Thanksgiving journal is every morning. I would get up, take a sip of coffee. I'll read the Bible as well. And what I would do is I'll write down 5 things that I'm thankful for every single morning. And what that did for me and does is it primes my mind for the rest of the day. Because believe me, my day isn't perfect as a lot of people may seem, or it may seem like my days are perfect in our videos. But some days I have rough days, and some days I have really good days, like many of you guys. I have days where it's extremely challenging. Another day, I have one of those analytical brain types. So if any of you guys go and write a negative comment, sometimes it gets in my head, and I'm like, man, what can I do to transform this person to someone that actually likes our video. That's just part of the YouTuber's experience. But one of the ways that I prime for those types of moments, one of the ways that I prime for challenges or prepare for some of the challenges is get my mindset in a gratitude mode. And the way that I do that is I write down 5 things that I'm thankful for. And even if I'm having the toughest day ever, or I'm having the most saddest day ever, or I'm having a greatest day ever. No matter what day that I have, I respond by giving thanks to God. And if you don't believe in God, I guess you can give thanks to the universe, whatever you believe in. But what I believe is that at the end of the day, we have the responsibility to respond to the emotions that we get. Okay, emotions are natural. We're supposed to have them, right? Emotion is there to help us defend ourselves, prepare ourselves to survive, right? To thrive. But I think at the end of the day, I think wisdom gives us ways to respond and also properly deal with those types of emotions. And again, sometimes I get angry, sometimes I get mad, sometimes on the opposite spectrum, I get really excited about certain things. I am excited now. Obviously, you guys can see a lot of good things happening. But either way, guys, I always come to find myself in kind of like a Zen mode, by writing 5 things down that I'm thankful for, and I also write down 5 things that I want to achieve in the next couple weeks. Now, one thing I want to really drive to the home run before I end this video tonight is the concept of information keto. And I know a lot of you guys may know what the keto diet is, right? It seems to be like the most popular form of diet these days. Keto diet is simply, for at least our body, for our health, is consuming a lot of fat, a little bit of protein, and cutting down pretty much no carbs at all. The whole idea is that you're burning fat for energy instead of using carbs for energy, right? So the whole idea, and I'm trying to see if you guys are chatting with me here, so I'm looking at it here. The whole idea is let's apply that towards our mental energy, right? Our mental focus, our mental, where we focus on is what we achieve, right? That's something that Tony Robbins talks about all the time. So for us, if we want to be fit, if we want to be healthy, if we want to be ripped, right, as they say, you gotta eat the right food, right? You can't just eat Girl Scout cookies all day and think that you're gonna get an 8-pack, or you're gonna have this awesome bicep. You're gonna have to eat healthy food, right? You're gonna have to eat good protein, good carbs, healthy fats. You need to consume those things to have healthy physical body. Same thing is true when it comes to our mind. Okay, we need to consume healthy, positive, motivational, inspirational information in order for us to go ahead and give and pour out ourselves to other people. And if you guys are watching this because you want to make more money, and I'm sure a lot of us wants to make more money, or maybe your goal might be, I want to create everlasting relationship. I want to create impactful relationship. Maybe that's your goal. Regardless, okay, we all have to come from the giver mode. But when we consume junk information, when we consume negative news, when we consume complaints, criticism, if we consume negative information, then when it comes time to give, we have nothing to give but negative information, criticism, right? Nothing but complaints, nothing but whining, right? But if you consume healthy information, inspirational, motivational, what I like to call the attractive information, you're going to go ahead and give information, inspiration, motivation to other people, where you're going to create impact whether in a business setting, in a normal relationship setting, maybe in a marriage setting, maybe in a spiritual context, right? So you want to fill yourself with positive and inspirational, motivational information and content, more so than junk. Okay, I hate to put someone on the spot here, but Jerry Seinfeld, or I should say Jerry Springer. I meant to go with Jerry Springer. Jerry, you can tell I don't watch much TV, but Jerry Springer show, right? I don't even know if people watch that these days. I might be a little outdated, but watching, be careful what you watch and what you listen to. Basically boils down to that. Okay, if you listen to music, information, if you read books, consume magazine content, read news article that is degrading or destructive to your soul and your mind and your body, okay, you won't have much to give to other people when you're trying to uplift them. Okay, in a business setting, when you're trying to create value, when you're trying to create a proposition, or maybe you're selling something to a customer, you want to be there to also facilitate a positive experience. You can't do that with, or I should say it's harder to do that with nothing but negative information, and you're just draining yourself from information that you're missing out. Does that make sense? So to kind of pour my heart out, this weekend was a little tough because for some reason our YouTube view count went down, and it's also affecting our sales. It's also affecting our views, affecting our marketing, and it's been a little tough. So I caught myself guilty because I've noticed that I've been sort of, whenever I jump onto YouTube or the internet, I've been sort of watching like The Office, and not bad information, comedy, right? But one thing that I realized just a few moments ago, I'm like, man, when was the last time I ever studied getting my YouTube channel back, or optimizing my YouTube channel, right? When was it the last time that I really sat in front of a class or a seminar where I'm learning how to improve my marketing and sales, right? How to improve my business, how to improve the way that I'm delivering content to you guys, right? When was the last time I really took in information to create impact in my business? And I'm like, man, it's been a long, long time. And I'm thinking here, I'm like, that could be why. Like, if I'm not pouring information in my business and in myself to ultimately give that back to you guys, then I'm not creating much value to help you and to help you transform you and to help you achieve your goals and bring value to what you do. I can't do that. So I have to say I'm guilty as charged, right? When it comes to the information that I'm consuming. So I'm gonna join you guys when I say this is let's go ahead and start shifting away from information that isn't bringing us value to what we do. Okay, if you are a real estate investor, when was the last time you consumed information that's going to help you? If you are looking to pay off debt, when was the last time you watched a video or listened to a seminar or listened to a podcast that's going to help you? If you're trying to improve your relationships, your marriage, your friendship, maybe your relationship with God, when was the last time you invested in that? So my point is this: before I end this video and I head to sleep, and most of you guys are probably going to do the same, think about the information diet. Okay, if you want to be healthy physically, then you eat good, healthier food. If you want to be healthy up here, you got to also consume healthier information. And you can do that by start swapping out, right? Instead of watching CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, instead of watching those junk, maybe focus on watching maybe a TED Talk, right? Something that you can learn every day, or an educational video or motivational video. There's a ton of motivational video on YouTube. It's unbelievable. Okay, YouTube video is a motivational video and slash motivational audio galore. So you're not going to miss it. You just need to seek it and find it and replace the junk information that you've been consuming with information that's going to ultimately help you propel through your life and hit the next level. Okay. And part of all this, guys, is to examine ourselves. Okay. Even in the Bible, it says examine yourself, right? Diagnose where you are, where your heart is. If you don't believe in the Bible, Aristotle said the same thing. Aristotle had a conversation, I remember, with another philosopher at his time. He was always saying, hey, examine yourself, right? Check yourself before you get checked. So, guys, examine yourself. Seek where and what information you're consuming that is ultimately destroying you, and replace it with good information so that you can go and pour yourself into other people so that you can go and transform, impact other individuals, impact your bank account as well, right? That's important. And impact your spiritual life. That's really, really, really important. So friends, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to head to bed. I'll come back tomorrow night right after my gym time. I usually work out at nights. It's just how I am. I don't work out really well in the morning. I actually like to work out my brain in the morning. I like to read in the morning, because that tends to be the best time when I get to absorb all the information, and it's like fresh and I can use it that day, apply it, boom, done. But when I work out, I feel really sluggish, and I prefer to work out at night. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a phenomenal night, guys. I hope you guys all the best, and tomorrow is the start of the new week, so let's go ahead and crush this week. I will join you guys back tomorrow night to go and share more of my thoughts, my day, my journey, my experience. All right, guys. Take care, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow night.